When I went to heaven,
quand je suis allé au ciel,
1 hour 45 minutes.
1h45.
They took me to places.
On m'a conduit dans des endroits. Je vous le dis.
When I went to heaven, you've never been before. Some of you, you've heard about heaven and you desire to go to heaven. But within these 30 days, if you follow the instructions of the Spirit, some of
heaven according to ya, you may to be you may to be you may to be you. Heaven according to ya, you may to be you. I was here, Archbishop Duncan-Williams. Hey! Social media try there. Or see what call heaven about. Or the one physical body ye crania, or the aqua heaven about no okudi 1 hour 45 minutes. No call ye no abofone the nancy ye etchen. I was your answer never pass them no soon. Baswa so baswa, I Ghana Block Media, baswa like mammy. Commenting, who are subscribing, Mia Adomanoso. Anytime Bia be uploading new video Biano, baby, not washing. But more than to say, over share Eddie Amonia, no nuance, and ye be washing.
If you will have an encounter to go to heaven, you won't die, but you go to heaven and see heaven and come back. I went there for 1 hour 45 minutes. I was taken out of my body to heaven, 1 hour 45 minutes, and I saw some very interesting things. And one of the things I saw, an angel took me to a high mountain. The grass was like diamonds, green grass, shine like diamonds. One of the fathers that brought me up in prayer at the Church of Pentecost, Elder Saki, the angel said to me, "Do you know anybody here?" And I said, "Yes, Elder Saki." And he drove on that beautiful grass and came to see me, and he mentioned my first name, and I said, "Papa," and he gave me a pass to go back to my body. And he was driving a beautiful white car.
Yes, of penny Archbishop Duncan-Williams say we call heaven, no call heaven, no, or nay angels, it did nkomo e kasaye na omo church nyo maybe any so. No call no hu Eda Saki ho say Eda Saki no ho na Eda Saki ka bia odem no senye Archbishop Duncan-Williams nka me nim say san ye wo ka e wo heaven no enuanom san ye wo ka wo heaven V8 wo ho Range Rover wo ho taxi wo ho me sure say abobo ya baba because e betimi afa neoma ta abobo ya baba ho keke e wo ho pragia ba all miss baba ho okada fo yina be wo ho bi say bicycle Archbishop Duncan-Williams me sure say bicycle kra ebe wo ho any new cars ya be Voxy enti cars a yehunu asase you see ni na e wo soro ho it sounds so core no so ohun Eda Saki any asofo binom na etitrofo binom a omo driving with new range cars and no was asase krampo na on drive will be that.
I had so many surprises when I went to heaven, things that I don't even talk about because I can't make sense out of it. Like I saw cars in heaven. I saw Elder Saki in heaven, and he was riding a beautiful car, a white Range Rover, and it was shining like a diamond, and his whole body was full of light. And I said, "Papa," and I was shocked. I was in a shock to see a Range Rover in heaven, and I said, "No, it's impossible. There can't be cars in heaven. This is heaven." Then the angel said, "Have you not read and have you not been told that the streets of heaven is made out of gold?" Then it makes sense that streets are made for cars. Some of you, you've heard about heaven and you desire to go to heaven, but within these 30 days, if you follow the instructions of the Spirit, some of you will have an encounter to go to heaven. You won't die, but you go to heaven and see heaven and come back. I went there for 1 hour 45 minutes. I was taken out of my body to heaven, 1 hour 45 minutes, and I saw some very interesting things. And one of the things I saw, an angel took me to a high mountain.
Na ne samo osanso ede baye ni o see heaven ho no o hwa glasses, kind of say glasses on grasses. Grasses na no. Diamond. Fair raw. Minimum, if you say assassin or heaven is good. As of food, binom can say a good. But Duncan-Williams also say grasses na no diamond. See, I don't know. Say assassin is good and a grasses na war heavy on and also a diamond. Now, or the no could be potting tintin so chere no how we having tear and ne a quanya and for fast so bad having ho near dear. Na Bishop Duncan-Williams akasa wakasa ama or catch ne sorrow man say heaven kono so easy to go there. Nese uye dedicated to Jesus Christ. Now na woman osum ni ye you can also go to heaven within short time like so ono koye no. Owa so niche uye na soleba na ekwan ofa tu na mo nso tu saa na mo ni bia nso betimi akọ heaven ho akọhwe neoma ewo heaven ho na wasan so aba say na Archbishop Duncan-Williams ode aba abonti yenko.
The grass was like diamonds, green grass, shine like diamonds. And once I was standing there, interesting scenario, and it's not everything I talk about. One of the fathers that brought me up in prayer at the Church of Pentecost, Elder Saki, the angel said to me, "Do you know anybody here?" And I said, "Yes, Elder Saki." And he drove on that beautiful grass and came to see me. And he mentioned my first name, and I said, "Papa." And he gave me a pass to go back to my body. And he was driving a beautiful, beautiful white car that shined like diamonds. And apparently that was his dream car when he was on earth. He didn't have it when he was on earth. He had it in heaven. And I said, "But how can Papa be driving a car in heaven?" And the angel said, he read my thought. The angels knew my thought. And the angel said, "Have you not read? Have you not been told that the streets of heaven is made out of gold? What is street made for?" Then I got it. An Assemblies of God pastor went to preach on Sunday evening. And as soon as he entered into his hotel, when he came back from preaching, Jesus appeared in his hotel room and said to him, "Come with me." And Jesus took him to hell. And when they got to hell, he showed him hell, that hell is real, and showed him people who didn't believe in God and in Christ. People who were living, doing their own thing, and they lived just to achieve and to make money. Showed them in hell. And he said, "Keep following me." And he took him to another place in hell. And he saw his roommate in hell. And he asked him, "Well, what are you doing here?" And his roommate said, "I came here on Friday, last week Friday." He said, "What happened?" He said he had an accident and he came here last week Friday. And Jesus said, "Follow me." And he brought him back to his body. Watch this. Then he looked at the time. It was Sunday night. It was late. The mother was very fan of that friend and roommate. So in the morning, he called the mother and said, "Mom, how are you?" And the mother said, "Fine." Then the mother said, "Have you heard? Your roommate died last week Friday in an accident." And he said, "I know." And the mother said, "Huh?" He said, "Jesus took me to hell and I saw him there last night. And he said he got there on Friday." Do you know how many of your roommates? When I was taken to heaven some few years ago, they took me to a high mountain and they showed me a city. And the angel said, "That is the city of T.L. Osborne." And I said, "That is my grandfather in the faith." I came back to my body a few weeks ago. A few weeks after that, I went to Tulsa, Oklahoma. I was leaving Tulsa and I called Elsie. I flew with Continental to Houston and to Tulsa, Oklahoma. And the Lord said, "Change the routing. Go through Chicago." So I called Elsie. I said, "Elsie, route me through Chicago." He said, "Why?" I said, "I don't know. Just get me through Chicago." I got to Chicago airport. And my flight was delayed for 2 hours. So I decided to go have cappuccino at Starbucks. I was in the line waiting for my turn to have cappuccino. Then I heard the voice of the Lord, and he said, lift up your head and look. And I lifted up my head, and I looked to my right side. T.L. Osborne was sitting there having coffee. And I went to him, and I said, Grandpa. And he said, Nicholas, sit down. And I said, Grandpa, I saw your city in heaven. And he said, I know. That's why I'm over 80 and I'm still preaching the gospel. Are you hearing me?